Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to BWTM Sports Live. And we have with us none other than the man himself, Carson Jones. Carson, how are we doing?
Good, man. Out here in sunny Minnesota. Starting off a little mini training camp and then probably going to get back to Big Bear here in a few weeks.
Okay, for those people who don't know who Carson Jones is, and I'm shocked if you don't know who Carson Jones is, Carson, let them know who you are very quickly.
I'm the British boogeyman, the man who comes over to Great Britain and gives all the good top guys trouble.
You were the first guy to seriously trouble Kell Brook in that epic 10th round where Brook was almost out on his feet. You gave Brook his toughest fight of his career at that point, and then you came back again and gave Brook a second tough fight as well, even though it wasn't in actually the weight class that you thought it would be in. And since then, you've come back again. You come up and beat up Paul Ben Hall. You beat up Brian Rose. And we thought you were going to fight Sam Eggington. Did you see Sam Eggington's fight against for the European title?
Actually, you know what? I didn't see it, but I don't have anything to do after this. After we do this, so I'll probably watch it after just to see how it looked.
He won. It was a sickening punch that knocked the European champion out. It was quite a brutal finish, to be honest.
Really?
Yes, I know that's a fight that you're craving for.
Yeah, but congrats to him. I'm sure he's looking for big fights now. I saw something which I don't think was real. It couldn't be real, but I saw like a little poster of him versus Amir Khan on Sunday. But I'm pretty sure it was just wishful thinking on somebody on a fan's part. So
interesting. That would be a sort of fight that maybe Khan may take. How would
yeah,
that
I
fight?
think so.
How do you think that fight would go?
Yeah, I think Khan will win the fight. I mean, unless Eggington just really hits that hard and catches Khan, I think Khan just outboxes him by 8 rounds.
Okay, well, we all know there was just a fight a few minutes ago. Man down, strap season. Errol, the Truth Spence Jr. just had a man down in Sheffield twice. Your old sparring partner, mate, Kell Brook, the special one, was stopped for the second time in his career. Your thoughts?
You know, I had Kell winning up until the first, I think it was the first knockdown, and after the first knockdown, I think mentally Kell Brook was beat. Give all credit to Errol Spence because he was putting it on him after the knockdown. He just wouldn't stop. But I think Kell mentally was just missing something ever since the Triple G fight. And then Spence just kept beating on him, and he finally just said, screw it, he just took it in and quit.
I said to you just before we actually started the interview, I said I could see phases. I could see the Carson Jones fight first. I could see the first Carson Jones fight, and then I saw the Gennady Golovkin fight. I saw the Carson Jones where Spence actually got on top of him, started to hurt him. I thought, this looks like the Carson Jones fight. Reminiscent of that. And then I saw him start punching his eye, looking at his eye, doing this. I thought, here we go, Gennady Golovkin all over again. Then the hands started coming out, like say, well, come on, let's have it. I thought, once he put his hands out, I said, man down, it's coming. And Spence was like on him like a rash, and he wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, I think he was well, for one, like I said, his whole career flashed before his eyes. Every fight he's ever had, and that could have been like they say when you die, your life flashes before your eyes. Well, it could have been one of those type of situations. But I think him putting his hands up and trying to make it look like he was not hurt gave the indications that he was hurt and that he was ready to go. And I think that's Errol Spence knew that, and he started putting it on him and got him out of there. So congrats to Errol Spence, because I honestly thought I thought Brook was gonna win, and I was actually pulling for Brook. And yes, I was pulling for Brook because it'll give me a little sprinkle of attention. So I'm not ashamed to say it. But congrats to Spence.
well, you get more of a sprinkle of attention. You had 10,000 people watching our video, our last interview, and they had plenty to say. Some people were like, yeah, Brook's going to do him. Other people say, what does Carson Jones know? And other people saying, yeah, Spence will win. So it was probably one of the most heated fights in terms of debates for a long while. People were more in tune with this fight than Klitschko Joshua. Why is that?
Honestly, I have no clue. I think one main reason is because it was an American. You know, everybody. There's been a lot of talk of Spence. The truth. Everybody's been saying he's the next best thing in boxing, and you know what? I wasn't really seeing it, but he made a believer out of me tonight. So, like I said, congrats to him.
I was wondering for the first 6 rounds whether Spence had another gear, and he got buzzed in about the 10th round with a shot, and he just seemed to switch on from. He seemed to just step to another gear. And the round before that, he started really rattling punches off and walking. He actually said, "You know what? I'm not going to box you no more. I'm actually going to walk you down, and walk you to ropes and land body shots on you, a body to head." He didn't even care about the chocolate brownies.
Yeah. Well, obviously those chocolate brownies weren't too sweet, because Brook it didn't have too much. He didn't have anything on. It wasn't phasing. And you know, once again, congrats to because Errol Spence has he was tested tonight. He has a decent chin, a good chin, and he's a beast. What can I say? The body shots, he showed the total package.
So those rumors, I was saying to people before the fight, it's either everyone in America has been blowing smoke up Spence's ass, or he's the truth. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
You heard Porter say things, you heard Mayweather say things, you heard Broner say things, you heard Charlo say things. All these guys can't all be kissing his ass. I mean, it's just, there was something there about Spence. And tonight we saw, at least in the Brook fight, what was there.
Yeah, we did. I thought, because honestly, it was either, for me, before this fight, it was either Brook or Thurman being the best welterweight in the world. And like I said, I thought Brook was going to win, but now that Errol won, he proved something. I think he proved to all the doubters what he's really about. And I think now it's up for grabs. It's either him or Thurman that's the best welterweight in the world. And I'm honestly now that I'm seeing what the real Spence is about, I'm going with Thurman. With Spence if he fights Thurman.
It seems to be a more. There are things about Spence I liked. I liked the fact that even when he got hit with a good shot, he was willing to engage. He's willing to. Brook was very hesitant in engaging with Spence. Every time he got a chance, he tried to grab him and hold him up. Spence from round 1 was looking. Look, I'm working your body. No matter what you throw at me, I'm looking straight down the line. I'm gonna keep coming at you. I'm gonna keep coming at you. I'm gonna keep coming at you, regardless of what you throw. And then when I catch you get you to the body, I'm gonna work your body. I'm gonna come to it. I'm gonna come back down to the body again. There was no stopping Spence, even when he got hit with good shots. He walked straight through the shots and kept going.
Yeah, I think that's one of his. That's one good thing about him is he's young, but he's also a straight bull. And that's kind of what you gotta have in order to take it to that next level. And obviously he showed that to all of us tonight.
Almost if that was a Mexican who had done that, we'd go, oh, that's a great fight, a Mexican, great chin and stuff. When a black American does those sort of things, or black fighter does the things, it's takes a great shot, walks straight forward. It was almost sometimes watching where he put his hands up, the way he was taking a shot, the way he was able to close the range down and land shots. There was almost Mayweather-esque moments there, the way he would throw his shots, put his shots together. Errol says more of a body puncher than Mayweather is, but you could see the way he was, where even when he got hit with a good shot, he was still looking back at the fighter. Even when Mayweather got hit with a big shot against Mosley, he was still looking at Mosley all the time. He didn't look away. He didn't put his head to the ground. He was still focused.
Yeah, he does a lot of things that older, experienced fighters do, and that could be because he has such a great amateur pedigree. That he just, he grew up fast. The guy was looking amazing tonight.
So, you talk about amateur pedigree, but there's some guys who've had fantastic amateur pedigrees but don't convert and become great fighters. Is that to do with the training? Is that to do with the fight itself? Where do you think it is in your mind?
I think one thing, sometimes guys have way too many amateur fights. Sometimes, you know when to stop and go pro. But also, some people just don't got it. Amateur fighting is different from pro fights. You might be good with the amateur scoring, but when you transfer into the pro style, it's completely different. They score differently, and for another thing, there's the gloves are different and there's no headgear, so there has a lot of factors to play a role.
Now tonight we watched on Sky, and maybe some Showtime might show it afterwards. There were two Olympian fighters that came. One was making his debut, the other guy had a couple of fights, and they were hitting after. The one guy was who made his debut. His name's Anthony Fowler. He hit the guy went down, and as the guy went down, then he hit him afterwards. And then we had another guy called, I think, Joe Cordina, and the referee said break. Albeit the guy had his head in Cordina's face and was throwing shots, the referee said break, and he threw a punch after the referee said break. Is that something that's taught, throwing punches after the referee calls break, or a guy's down, or is that deliberate, or is that killer instinct? The two guys on the commentary tonight said it was passion. That's why they threw punches either after the bell or threw punches late. Your opinion as a professional fighter?
I mean, it could be anything because that just depends on that individual. It depends on what they're thinking. Who knows? I mean, it could be because they didn't hear the guy. It could be accidental. It could be on purpose. But either way, it could be costly in a fight regardless. I doubt any trainer would teach a fighter to hit after the referee gives a command, because overall the referee is the one who controls the fight. So if you do that and the referee says, you're disqualified, what you gonna do then? So I just think that, it depends on what the fighter was thinking. It could be they were just, it could be the passion. A lot of times that's what it is. But I highly doubt that any trainer would, tell a fighter, teach a fighter that way. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about talk about man down and strapped season and all the rest of it. Let's talk about you and your career. What's going on with you now? I know you had a fight coming up and that got cancelled, and so what's going on now with Carson Jones?
Hold on one second. I'm in Minnesota training. I went home for a couple weeks because my fight got canceled.
Okay.
And I just got out here Tuesday. I'm doing a little bit of training out here, and then I'm probably gonna hit the Big Bear either maybe late next week or the week after. But there's no fight. There's no fight schedule yet. There was something offered, a young up and comer, but I don't want to say any names until, because honestly, you probably don't even know who he is. But I don't want to get into anything until something is set. But as of right now, there's no fight, but we're going to continue getting ready because, something could pop up at the last moment.
Do you know what I think would be a good fight? Carson Jones versus Amir Khan.
You know what? Like I said before, I'll take it. At this point, it's kind of it seems a bit hard for me to get anything.
So you've got a fight coming up. When do you think we'll next see Carson Jones in the ring?
I'm thinking maybe July, possibly July. Okay. The end of July, yeah.
We in the UK would love to see you fight Eggington. I think it would be a great fight, so we'll have to see how that works out.
I would love it, and that's one thing I was kind of hoping that Brooke would win tonight, and somehow my name will get brought back up, and then we can make get in the mix and make the Eggington fight happen. But if it doesn't, best him into his career and whatever he chooses to do.
Carson Jones, a class act as always. We look forward to seeing you fight again, and we look forward to seeing you again on BWTM. Take care.
I mean, you too.
Take care, champ. Thanks a lot.